Have you ever been lying in bed, about to fall asleep, when suddenly, out of nowhere, a strange, persistent ringing starts in your ears? It feels like it's coming from deep inside your head. You can't focus, you can't sleep, and the more you think about it, the louder it seems to get. Maybe it sounds like a high-pitched whine, a buzzing, or even a hissing. Whatever form it takes, one thing's for sure. It's incredibly annoying. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. What you're experiencing is something called tinnitus, that irritating ringing or noise in your ears that seems to come from nowhere. And today, we're going to dive deep into the tricks doctors use to help people like you end it once and for all. Before we get into the solutions, let's first understand what tinnitus really is. Because if you're going to fight something, you need to know what you're up against, right? Tinnitus isn't a disease or a disorder on its own. It's actually a symptom of something else happening in your body. It can manifest as a ringing, buzzing, hissing, or even clicking sound that you hear. But no one else does. That's because the noise is generated inside your auditory system. So, what causes it? Well, there are a few common culprits, and some of them might surprise you. You might think that tinnitus only happens to older people, or those who have been exposed to really loud sounds, like musicians or factory workers. And while it's true that hearing loss from aging or noise exposure can cause tinnitus, there are other, less obvious causes that you might not expect. Did you know that your morning coffee or afternoon soda could be making your tinnitus worse? Caffeine is a stimulant, and while it can wake you up, it also can overexcite the cells in your inner ear, making that ringing even louder. And sugar, well, it can cause spikes in your blood sugar, which can mess with the delicate balance of your ear's auditory system. Yes, something as simple as earwax could be the culprit. When wax builds up in your ear canal, it can press on your eardrum, causing you to hear strange noises. Think of it like a plugged sink. When the water can't flow, it creates pressure, and that pressure can lead to noise. Believe it or not, stress and anxiety can make tinnitus worse. When you're stressed, your body goes into fight or flight mode, which can make you hyper-aware of everything, including the smallest noises in your ears. Now that we know what causes tinnitus, let's talk about the tricks doctors use to get relief. And trust me, some of these might surprise you. The first trick is probably the hardest for a lot of people. Doctors often recommend cutting out caffeine and sugar for at least 2 months to see if your tinnitus improves. I know. No morning coffee, no chocolate. It sounds tough, but for many people, this simple change can make a huge difference. Here's how it works. Both caffeine and sugar can overstimulate your nervous system, including the nerve pathways that connect to your ears. By reducing or eliminating these stimulants, your body has a chance to calm down, and that annoying ringing might fade away. This next one is going to shock a lot of people. You know those cotton swabs you use to clean your ears? Yeah, doctors say you should stop using them. Why? Well, when you use a cotton swab, you're not really cleaning your ears as much as you're pushing wax deeper inside. This can not only block your ear canal, but it can also cause irritation and, you guessed it, make your tinnitus worse. Instead, doctors recommend letting your ears clean themselves naturally, or using eardrops to soften the wax so it can come out on its own. One of the biggest contributors to tinnitus is exposure to loud sounds. But here's something you might not know. Even if you're listening to music or podcasts at a moderate volume, using headphones for too long can still trigger tinnitus. Doctors recommend a simple rule. For every hour you listen to something with headphones, take at least a 30-minute break to give your ears a rest. And if you have noise-canceling headphones, use them. They help block external noise, so you don't have to crank up the volume to hear clearly. Remember how we said stress can make tinnitus worse? Well, one of the most effective tricks doctors use is teaching patients how to manage their stress. Simple breathing exercises, like deep breathing, can significantly lower your stress levels and, in turn, reduce the intensity of your tinnitus. Here's a quick breathing exercise to try. Inhale through your nose for 5 seconds. Hold your breath for 5 seconds. Exhale slowly through your mouth for 5 seconds. Repeat this 5 times, and you'll feel calmer in no time. Finally, one of the most underrated tricks to manage tinnitus is regular exercise. Exercise boosts your body's production of endorphins, which are natural mood lifters. It also improves blood circulation, including to your inner ear, which can help reduce the ringing sound. Even something as simple as a daily walk can make a difference. And if you combine exercise with a healthy diet, you're giving your body the best chance to combat tinnitus naturally. Now, I know what you're thinking. What if I try all these tricks and I still hear that ringing? Well, if the tips we've talked about don't seem to help, it's time to consult with a specialist. An ear, nose, and throat doctor, or ENT, can run tests to figure out if there's a deeper issue at play, like hearing loss or an ear infection. Some people even find relief with medications or sound therapy, where soothing sounds are used to mask the tinnitus. But the first step is always to try these simple, everyday tricks. You might be surprised at how much they help. Now, here's where things get really interesting. Some researchers have suggested that tinnitus may actually serve a purpose in the body. Could it be a warning sign that something else is going on? Is it your body's way of telling you to pay attention to your hearing health? What do you think? Could tinnitus actually be your body's ally, not your enemy? Before we wrap up, I want to hear from you. Have you ever experienced tinnitus? How do you deal with it? Drop a comment below and let's start a conversation. I'll be reading through and responding to as many as I can. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button and share it with anyone you know who might be suffering from tinnitus. Together, we can help more people find relief from this annoying condition. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.